Well, actually, I want to go ahead and make this video now since Albert actually decided to open up. So, new games of the week. Let's get the shout off the way. Let's start with 8-Bit Ryan. I really like his content, even though I don't watch it very consistently. And GT Live, because my goal is to eventually shout all the theory channels. But that is besides the point. Let's talk about the new games I played this week. Slay the Spiral is going to probably be its own video most likely, but I want to talk about it a little here. It's a roguelike turn-based RPG, I want to say, which is really fun. Make me realize I'm pretty good at strategizing, but not taking count like chances. That's why me literally risking it all and everything. Like, I come up with some pretty good ideas without realizing that I need to take into account like RNG or whatnot. Like, oh, even though this might be a great power set, I need to take that into account. Also, it made me think about how I play games. A lot of times I've mainly focused on trying to deal as much damage as fast as possible. Like, you know, I would take 5 hits of damage for sacrificing, but for dealing 10 damage. But in that game, since you don't really have, like, even, maybe because I haven't played the other characters yet, but I haven't really had, like, any good form of healing, or consistent healing, it made me realize that, like, a lot of times I rely on regeneration in games to, keep me going. Like, take for instance, Vampire Slayer, which is a game that I wore myself out because I kept going with the same set, which is kind of my own fault, but whatever. It was like my thing is just all about regeneration and lifesteal. Like, I would do a whole bunch of damage to the opponent, not really, but I would like have the garlic, which upgrades to still alive. I'll have the whip, which upgrades to still alive. Like, I mean, the main thing I would work on is regeneration. So it made me realize that I need to change my strategy to be more balanced. So I think it's a fun game. I'm probably going to talk more about it once when I play the other characters and whatnot and get more used to it. But let's talk about the other games. Now, game I have never completed any of these games. So the shortest one is Swing for the Level. I didn't really play much, but it's like I play on my laptop, but I can see that it's touchscreen, so it's easier. But I can see how it could be a fun, quick game to play. Keep in mind, all these games I named after this point are available on the GS Games or GS Gaming Core, depending on where you see it. But they all are available there. I'm not sponsored by Opera GX. I just use their browser, so that's why. And my game sometimes does, but most of the time doesn't like Steam. So it's whatever. You can see now I want Alienware, but that's a really fun, quick game, I guess. Not exactly my cup of tea, but I can see how it could be very entertaining. But you want my cup of tea, Ozone. I didn't know what it was about, but I decided, let's play, because this could be a fun game. And at first, I would like to say, you should check the controls, because it doesn't tell you the controls. You should check the controls, because I didn't know how to expand a circle. I didn't know you could slow down or dash. You dash into the circle to expand it. Did not know that. So I did pretty well, but you can, it was getting real close and I died. Like, dang, this game would be way more fun if it was a way to keep going, but I can't see how that's gonna be more fun if it's just keep sticking in, because eventually it's gonna be literally can't move. Soon discover otherwise, I was wrong. But it's a really fun game and a lot for many creative opportunities to see like what pathway you want to go, because I think the fun part of this game is that it allows you to pick what type of enemy you want. Every time you complete a wave, it adds one new enemy, and that one new enemy is a choice between 3 options. Well, maybe in the later waves it get more. So that's just a fun game to play. I recommend it, especially fun for a quick burn and whatnot. If you just have nothing better to do or you're waiting for something, it's really fun to play. The next game I want to talk about, the last game will be the one that I have the most to say about. The next one I want to talk about is Grooveyard Night Fever. Now, I like to say, if you see the icon for this game, there's a lady on there. And I'm gonna be completely honest. No, I didn't realize that at first. I thought she was another enemy. I don't know why I didn't realize it was a woman, because my laptop had good quality. But for some reason, I thought it was a black and white blob. But I clicked on it because I was like, you know, what the heck is with this name? And I found out it is like Friday Night Funkin', except you actually hit the opponent. Actually, not like Friday Night Funkin', more like band rock. I don't know the name of it, but you know that guitar band rock station where like you have a guitar and you got pressed a button for, and like Drew Gear made a video about it, and we got to press a button for it, and like sometimes you gotta do like a ram, like I just hit the button a whole bunch of times. But it was like that. But it was interesting. I think this is really fun. Is that you have two key buttons to move left and right. The automatic default is the center. It's 3 sections. The left, move right. You have 3 difficulties and 3 maps so far. The door was definitely open. I'm sorry. If you checked my last video, I talked about how my neighbor door looked like it was open, but I couldn't tell because it's like a black hole and it was kind of freaking me out. Their door is open the entire time, and their car just pulled through. I have no clue why they left the door open while they was gone, but it. I'm sorry. I just had to stop for a second and say that, cause I just looked over, cause I forgot why I was doing it, but I looked over and I see the door closed, so I don't know why they left it open. Very annoying. I guess they have confidence in where they live. But I digress. But so you press like A and D. I think you use arrow keys. I use A and D because there are more buttons. Use A and D to shift in between 2 positions. A is left, yeah, and B is right. I mean, D is right. A and B. Hopefully I wasn't saying that the entire time. But D is right, of course, and you go in the center. But the key aspect of this game is the attack. You have J for light attack, K for heavy attack, and L for, I guess, magic attacks. I have no clue. But it's really fun to play. The first time I played, like the first time I hopped on the game and started playing, it was really fun to play. The second time, I was unfocused, I guess, and I just did tremendously worse, and I got us up and quit. Now let's talk about the game that I spent the longest time on for. The reason I didn't spend much time on these, well, I did come back and play it, but like, this is the game that I spent the longest time for. It was called Plug! Exclamation point. This game is fun to play. I'm not gonna deny it. It's kind of on the lines of like, I guess Run. There's one game on Cool Math 2 that like really describe it, but you know, it's a really fun game to play. And really interesting concept. Basically, you have, most of your platforms that you're on will fall. I don't know what I say. Interesting concept. Just a fun concept. Like most of the platform you're on will fall, except for one color, and red kills you. There are just a couple things that I nitpicky. This could just be a skill issue, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. The first problem I would like to say is that during one stage, I got stuck because I was like doing amazing, and I kept dying to one point, and I couldn't tell why until I had to like stop, literally stop, and I had to look at it. It's like a really small line that comes up and spew out lava, or I guess something red, and I couldn't tell because how small it was. So maybe that was bigger and more defined. Maybe that'd be useful, maybe better. The next level, the interesting thing is like, even though it did affect me in like the next few levels that I played, you know, the next level I played, it wasn't like as big because I was now actively aware of it. So I think it was just because they don't really hold your hands with anything. They were just like, hey, this is the controls, have fun. So yeah, this next complaint is I kind of wish the controls were a little different, or like the rate of cackle, like what they do. Like, there's one level I was playing, I haven't finished yet, but like you have to jump in between stuff, and like it's hard to do because the jump it feels significantly slower than what it should be for how fast you run and whatnot. That could just be a skill issue or not, but it's like when you play Mario or Sonic, the jump and the time to take the fall seem like oh yeah, that makes sense, right? But for this game, I just couldn't really get it, so I kind of got not set at it. I was like, man, this could be so much better or so much easier if the jumping was like in line, because I could like understand it better. But those are both kind of could be skill issues, or eyesight issues, I guess, for one of them. But what I want to talk about is what is kind of a mixed concept that I wish they went further on. They kind of go onto it, but not really. It's alternate pathways of doing things. I think the game should be way like super fun too, like way more fun. They include kind of more pathway to go around things. Like the first level, I thought it was gonna be like this because the first level, which now I think like always the easiest to choose most of the time, was like you could jump up, like you jump past the point where there's a point like where you go back to the home menu, which is I think it's a cool way to do it. Where you just if you like give up or you keep dying, you can just literally walk away. But if you jump over that point, you can jump along the wall upwards, causing the platform to decay, allowing you to jump up and then fall back down. I think it was really interesting for an alternate pathway. A couple more alternate pathways, but it's like a lot less. And it's really like the alternate pathways are typically more along the lines of, do you want to gain this power up, and not like, oh, you can go this way instead. Like there's a little bit of that. Like maybe the second level kind of shows it, where like I could be thinking on a level, but like you can jump past it and just jump over the bullets and reach the end. That was the level I was talking about earlier with like the tiny lava things, and just keep doing that. Or you could just run underneath the thing for a little bit, get the power to remove the stuff, jump up at one point and hop through hopefully, and then just continue onwards. But you know, besides that, I can't really think of any other occasion where like multiple ways of getting through it. This kind of go back to like the controls thing is saying there's this thing where it's like you gain, I'm gonna say like aura around you that kills enemies. It doesn't prevent damage, it kills enemies. That's an important difference to make, because you know sometimes you might think like I died a couple times the first level, not the first level, the second level, because I was like wait what, I'm hitting it with the red, and I die. I was like, oh, okay, it just kills the enemy, not the red too. But outside of that, I mean, well, like that, like you can charge it up by running really fast. I think that'd be really fun, but so far none of the levels really allow for you to run straight enough to charge that up. Like I would say at most one level, but at that level are you mainly just jumping over things, and there's not really much enemies until the very end anyways, where it's like you might have enough, but it depends on how like fast you're going. So I think that kind of missed opportunity. Like I think if they cut the bar a little lower, not too much lower, just a little bit lower, like I think what they should do to make it easier is, because it's your only form of attack, and to make the power to like instantly recharge it more like an option versus, I mean it's already an option, but like there's like make it so that you don't need it if you want to have a piece. That is the third truck that passed by, not in this video, but just in general that made that noise. I don't know. I don't know what Hellcat sound like. Like I don't remember how it sound like. But I don't know. But it's the only engine that I know by example. I don't know why they keep putting Hellcats in their trucks. Very annoying when it comes to recording video side, but doesn't matter. But to make it more optional and like less needed if you want to attack your enemies, and also what I think would be interesting is if you could activate. I haven't tried it, I don't think, but maybe I have, but it didn't work. but I think it'd be cool if you could activate the ability, even that without the fully charged, it just drains at that rate. So take for instance, it lasts like, it has a pretty big area of effect, but it lasts like, I don't know, I want to say 10-30 seconds without it. But with it, but like, you can lower that time depending on when you activate it. I think that'd be really cool. That's kind of all I want to say, because I think the game itself is good, and most of the issues are just my own skill. But that's pretty much it. For this video, I just want to go ahead and say bye, and today's shouts once again are GT Live and 8-Bit Ryan. See y'all next time. We'll record a video about something. I pressed pause by accident.